Here we are together again on the radio. As you know, many times on this program I have given you advice on what to tell your daughter as you raise her. A lot of things you need to tell your daughter. If she's fat and fugly, no man will ever pay her bills. If she's homely, better plan on going to not just college but graduate school, because no man will ever, open up his wallet to pay for anything. Hot chicks get to do what they want. They don't need educations. I mean, we've given you the list. And we've told you through Leykis 101 the kinds of things that our boys won't put up with. Now, we've had people who get worried about what we teach. You're going to be forcing these girls into bulimia and anorexia. You're going to be forcing them to conform to your body and blah, 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 blah. We hear this all the time. But we know from calls we get, for example, on Flash Friday and other times, that there are young girls. When I say young, I mean under the age of 14, who listen to this show, sometimes with their dads during visitation time, sometimes with their moms while mom is flashing. You got the daughter in the car. We've had several of those incidents take place. And many girls listen to Leykis 101 simply to find out what guys are thinking and how we think. So I thought it might be interesting to take an hour here and talk to the young girls out there. Now, we're talking to girls 14 and under this hour. I want to see what the daughters of America have been learning from listening to the Tom Leykis Show. And I know that a lot of you have learned a lot. Because we don't just teach guys. We teach chicks. A lot of chicks get very pissed off at what I have to say. But if you will shut up and listen to what we have to say, you'll learn a lot. And I think a lot of young girls have learned from this program. They have learned what guys really want. They have learned what happens if they chunk up. They have learned that we are on to them when it comes to not being on the pill or wanting to get knocked up and what have you. We've had a laundry list of things that we have talked about, and I think young girls have really learned a lot from this program. Now, I know many of you probably have mothers who don't like this show, don't like me. We've probably talked to some of them. But I know that many of you have headphones, Walkmans. Many of you have written to me. Talk to me about your problems, your concerns, your anger about some of the stuff I've said on the air. So in this hour of the program, I'm going to talk to any girl 14 years of age or younger. Now, you may have learned things from this program that you wouldn't want to repeat to other people, or you may have learned things from this program that made you angry. There may be all kinds of things you have learned here. And I don't care if they're good or bad. I don't care if you agree with me or you disagree with me. Don't care. If you're 14 years of age or under, or maybe at 14 you've been a victim of Leykis 101 already, and you don't like it. Maybe some of the boys in class are making your life difficult because they've taken 101. So if you are a girl 14 years of age or under, that's what we're looking for, 14 or under, I would like to talk to you and find out what you've learned from listening to this show.
Tom Leykis.
1-800-5800-TOM.
Tom Leykis.
1-800-5800-866.
Listen, I just got one word for most of these guys out here. Birth control.
I think that's 2 words.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Look at this. How often does that happen? No girls under 14 listening to the show? Not did any try to call in? Make it through the screening process? No. Wow. One mother wanted to get on? Okay. That's pretty amazing. All right, so here's what we'll do. We will up the age. And, in fact, you know what we'll do? Anyone female is what we'll do. Anyone female. And if you are 14 and under, we certainly will bump you up to the top. That's what we'll do here. So, it doesn't happen very often. But, of course, I was really going out on a limb asking 14-year-old girls and less to call in here. Because I have a feeling a lot of parents are going to say, you can't listen to that. You can't listen to that show. So, any females at all, what have you learned from listening to this program? You can call us at 1-800-5800-TOM. It's 1-800-5800-866. Here they come. Anybody who's 14 or under will put them right to the top. I know they're out there because we do get mail from them. We get mail from them, and sometimes we have them trying to get on the air, and we actually screen them out. Let's say hi here to Lauren. Lauren, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, I was wondering how come all the fat girls say, like, I have to, like, add weight and stuff.
That you have to add weight?
Yeah.
Because they don't want the competition.
Okay. Well, like...
How old are you?
12.
How much do you weigh?
Like, 80 pounds.
And how much do the fat girls weigh, do you know?
Like, a lot.
Like over 100?
Yeah.
And they want you to be fatter like them.
Okay.
Yeah, because they don't want competition for guys' attention.
Makes sense.
So yeah, you don't want to. Do you look good?
Yeah.
You don't look like them, do you?
No.
Well, and guys don't want you to look like them either.
Right.
So that's you just hang in there.
Okay, and they also like want me to cut my like long, beautiful hair.
Of course they do. Did they tell you why they want you to do that?
No.
Because they don't want competition also.
Okay.
There's nothing the fat and fugly girls hate more than, hot chicks, thin, long hair. They hate that. And they will try to convince you to change. You don't want to do that.
Okay.
Now, have you been a long-time listener to the show, Lauren?
Yeah, my dad, like, listens to you all the time.
Now, what have you learned by tuning in?
Like, that you shouldn't, like, always think about what other people think.
Well, you certainly have to worry about what guys think, because if you're fat and fugly like your friends,
yeah,
you'll end up with a guy who doesn't have a good job, doesn't make good money. You know that.
Yeah.
It's true, right?
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Lauren.
Bye-bye.
12 years old, Laura. Okay. We're raising them right, Dave. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. We're asking females to tell us what they have learned by listening to the Tom Leykis Show. Jenny, hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay.
I've been dying to talk to you for a very long time now.
Well, here we are.
Yeah. So, I have a question for you, Tom.
Yes.
You know, I was just wondering what happened to you that you have such a negative view on women. I mean, something must have happened.
Give me some examples.
What do you mean? Examples of what?
Of what you're talking about.
Just anything that comes out of your mouth.
No. That's not good enough. You have to give me some specific examples.
How you should never spend more than $40 on a date.
What's wrong with that?
I mean, why? Why would you teach that to somebody? Why would you?
Because you should be with people because you like them, not because of how much money they spend.
Okay, that's true, but why should you care how much money you spend?
Well, you should care because you should spend as little as possible. You should be, the money you have, especially if you're a guy, you should be taking that money and saving it or investing it and not wasting it on chicks.
To do what with it later?
Ultimately, to buy a house, have a down payment, to live in.
And by yourself?
Well, maybe or maybe not. I mean, you should have a house to live in whether you have someone with you or not.
That's true.
I've owned a house in years when I was with someone, and I've owned a house in years when I was alone.
Okay, but I'm just curious. So what's your story? I mean,
what do you mean? What's my story?
I'm not a long-time listener. I've recently started listening within the past couple of months, and it's interesting how you always talk about other people and what they should do. But what happened to you? Why are you such a bitter and negative?
I'm not bitter.
It seems like you are.
In fact, ever since I figured this out, I am liberated. I am happier than I've ever been.
You're liberated? That what?
Because I got out of that world of thinking I had to kowtow to women. I had to buy them things or
you don't have to
spend hours listening to them or spend money on dinner.
Have respect for them.
I don't know. First of all, I don't respect anybody going in. Respect is earned, men and women both. It has to be earned.
Yeah,
I do not respect strangers.
Relationship disrespecting them already, thinking they're women and their opinion doesn't matter. And
well, their opinions don't matter. Men do not, dear, don't kid yourself. Men don't date you to find out your opinion.
Okay, I'm not saying that they do.
Well, that's my point. We don't care about your opinion about anything except whether or not you're going to take your panties off.
Yeah, see, that's what you think, because, you know...
So that's how it is, dear. I'm telling you...
That's not how it is.
Well, how do you know what men are thinking?
Because I'm friends with many guys. And
right, and you don't think... I'll tell you what, I'll call any one of them right now and tell them you want to have sex with them, and every one of them will say yes.
Well, that's because I'm hot.
Well, that's my point, dear. And by the way, how do you pick... Yeah, by the way, how do you pick male friends? I mean, your male friends are all the guys that you don't find attractive.
Actually, no, that's not true.
So why haven't you had sex with them?
Because I choose not to.
Why not?
Because I'm a virgin.
Oh, you're a virgin. I see. Well, believe me, every one of those guys would have sex with you.
Okay, so that brings out the whole stereotype that you're naive and you don't know anything until you've, slept with somebody, right?
Well, that's certainly true about sex, dear.
Huh?
That's certainly true about sex.
Is it true?
Yes.
Okay, so
you know nothing about sex. Huh?
Okay, go on. So what does that have to do with anything? I mean, that's like...
You brought it up. You tell me.
Yeah, but you asked why I don't. That's why.
Why you don't? I don't care if you do or you don't. I just wouldn't waste my time talking to you if I knew you weren't going to put out.
Well, that's because, that's just the type of person you are.
That's the type of person most men are. In fact, the men who waste their time talking to you, knowing they're not going to get any, they're pussies who don't know how to close a deal.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be funny if you said that to my boyfriend, because I don't think he would agree with that.
Oh, your boyfriend. Wow, there's the biggest pussy of all.
Really?
Yeah. How old is he?
I'm not saying.
Why not? He's anonymous. We don't know who he is.
Well, he might be listening.
So what? We don't know who he is, you idiot.
No, you're the idiot.
I'm not an idiot, dear. I'm getting paid to have this conversation with you. How much are you getting?
No, but I'm getting
Who's the idiot?
Satisfaction.
What satisfaction?
Of giving my opinion.
Oh, nobody really gives a rat's ass about your opinion. You're female anyway.
Exactly. That's exactly the point I was trying to prove to you.
But my point is, the only reason guys talk to you is because they want to get in your panties, and that includes your boyfriend.
That's everything I would expect from such a...
That includes your boyfriend.
Person like you.
It includes your boyfriend, dear.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So why hasn't he gotten into him already?
Because he doesn't know how to close the deal.
Believe me, he does.
Well, if he did, he would be doing it.
No.
Why not?
Because he's done it with many other people, and he knows that way.
Let me tell you, unless he's a complete pussy, he's getting it somewhere else right now.
No, he's not.
Why not?
Because I would know.
How would you know?
Because I know he's at work right now.
You don't know where he is, and you don't know where he is 24 hours a day. Do you live with him?
I don't have to.
Do you live with him?
No.
So you do not know what he's doing all the time?
Yes, I do.
No, you think you do.
But this is the thing. I don't have to.
What do you mean you don't have to?
I don't have to know him. I know him well enough that I trust him.
I don't care if you trust him, dear. He's a man, and men need to ejaculate. Yeah, for a man, ejaculation is like urination. It's the same thing. Yeah, it would be like a man saying, you know what, I am not going to take a leak until you tell me I can. Weeks, months, years, I'll just wait. Men don't.
No. It's all like, that's the only way to ejaculate.
Dear, believe me, men want sex, and they do
I know
get
that.
it. You know what? As I always say, if I came home and the refrigerator was empty, I wouldn't sit there and starve. I'd go out to McDonald's or somewhere else. But I would not sit home hungry. Ultimately, once my stomach started to growl, I would go out and get something to eat somewhere else.
Okay.
And same thing with sex.
But who says that you're...
I might put up with being hungry for a little while, but eventually I'm going to go out and get something to eat somewhere else.
So why don't you tell me what your story is? I'm just curious.
Dear, why don't you just keep listening?
Because it's not that good of a show to...
Well, then I'll tell you what, then don't. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. We're asking females to tell what they've learned from tuning into the Tom Leykis Show. Allie, hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Allie.
Hi, I've learned one thing.
Well, first of all, how old are you?
I'm 9, turning 10.
You're 9 and turning 10. Okay, and you've been listening to the Tom Leykis Show for how long?
A while, because my dad listens to you, like, every day, and he's probably listening to me right now.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
What have you learned by tuning in, Allie?
Well, wait, hold on. Now I forget. Okay. Oh, yeah. You say to be attractive so that so that you can marry rich men.
Yes.
Yeah.
And successful men.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's what I've learned.
So is that your plan?
Yeah.
Right,
I'm already attractive.
You are already attractive.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And how are you going to maintain your attractiveness? How are you going to keep attractive?
Do girl stuff.
Do girl stuff like what?
I don't know. But, like, don't do all, like, manly stuff and do all this, like, dirt stuff.
You're going to do girl stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what else are you going to do in order to get the most successful, richest guy you can get?
When I go on a date with them, I'll see what they do for a job.
Right, and if they, let's say they work at Jack in the Box, what will you do?
Probably dump them.
Probably dump them.
Yeah.
Yeah, mm-hmm. But if they tell you they're going to, like, school to become a lawyer, what will you do?
Probably go out with them for a while, but they still have to be nice.
And they have to be nice.
Yeah.
But successful.
Yes.
And not just successful, they have to make good money.
Yeah.
How much would good money be to you? How much would be a good salary?
For like a day, maybe like $100.
$100 on a date?
Yeah.
Okay, and how much would be a good salary for him to earn?
Maybe like $200.
$200 a week?
No.
A day?
Yeah, every day he works.
All right, so $1,000 a week.
Yeah.
So at least $50,000 a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And so in order to get a guy like that, you're going to have to be attractive.
Totally.
Yeah. Now, does your mom know you listen?
Probably.
Probably?
Yeah.
What do you think she would think about a show like this?
I don't know.
Is your mom attractive?
Yeah, pretty attractive.
Is your dad successful?
Yes.
See, that's how it works.
Yep.
What does your dad do?
Well, this is kind of like a weird job, but he makes good money from it. He's a longshoreman.
Oh, I see. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he makes good money.
Yeah.
And he's in good shape because he has to lift heavy things all day.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. And so you plan to follow the same route that your mom did. You're going to be attractive and hot and try to get a successful rich guy.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And I agree with what you said, unlike the other girl that just called in.
Wait, about what?
You know how that other girl was saying all that, like, weird stuff?
Yeah, mm-hmm.
I disagree with her.
Yeah, I understand.
She didn't make any sense at all.
Well, I'm glad you're listening, Allie. I really appreciate this.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate the call. 1-800, that 9-year-old Allie there, telling what she's learned by tuning in. 1-800-5800-TOM. Lindsay on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom. I'm a first-time caller, but I stopped listening a couple of years ago because I felt that you started to become very inappropriate with what you said on the radio. And the thing I learned on your radio show is that if the guy tries to get away with buying a salad, I order whatever I want.
Really? Have you run into a 101 student on a date?
No, not yet, because I'm only 14.
Oh, I see.
But that is a very valuable lesson that you taught me, and I totally appreciate it. Because there are sick people like you out in the world that try to get away with that, and that's just not right.
What's wrong with it?
Well, like, okay, I did not agree with the way that you treated both of the girls on the last two calls. You said that... You
mean Allie, the 9-year-old? You don't like the way I treated her?
No, not her, the girl before that.
Why not?
Because you told her that guys don't really care. That's not true.
Oh, no, it is true, dear.
Hold on just a second.
You being only 14 have not learned that yet.
Yeah, but, you know...
You'll learn that the hard way.
I've learned very good lessons already, and I appreciate what you taught me.
Yeah, but believe me, dear, if you really believe that men want to go out on a date with you because they want to learn about your political opinions or about how much you've learned in school, you'll learn the hard way one day. A little heartbreak, a little crying. You'll learn the hard way.
Oh, I'm ready for it. I'd rather, like, get away with, like, you know, talking about real issues like political, like,
really?
Statements and, like, everything. Music, politics, celebrities, movies. I'd rather learn that way.
Well, celebrities and movies is what most women are interested in. But politics, most women, A, are not interested, and B, don't know anything about it anyway.
Yeah, sure.
Really? All right, tell us about your opinions about politics. Let's hear about that.
I think that George Bush needs to, like, you know, run the country like he's supposed to be. He's getting us into
Which is what? How is he supposed to run it?
He's not supposed to start wars, like, all the time, you know?
All the time? How many wars has he started?
He started the last one with Iraq. I mean, he didn't follow up with what he said in the election. He said that war would be his second choice, and right away he started one.
Oh, you just said he keeps starting wars all the time. How many has he started?
He's one that I know of, but you know what?
Well, you just said he's starting them all the time. You said that.
Okay.
But it's not true, is it?
He started a war, though.
He started a war, but he's not starting wars all the time.
Okay, he started a war.
All right, so you were wrong about that.
Yes, I was.
All right. See, that's why we don't bother. It's because most of you don't know what you're talking about anyway.
Well, like I said, I'm only 14. I've got plenty of time.
That's no excuse. You know what? The newspaper is written at the level of a 12-year-old anyway. You could read that. You just don't choose to. And tell your coach to shut up. Tell your coach to buy a phone and a radio if she wants to call a talk show. But I don't want to hear her coaching in the background. Tell her.
Okay.
Tell her.
There is nobody else in the background.
I hear the person in the background. Don't be.
There's a radio on.
The radio should not be on. And by the way, the voice in the background was another person. That's why the radio is on, because there's another person sitting next to you. I'm not stupid.
Okay. I'm with my best friend right now.
I don't care who it is. You just said you were alone, and you just said there were no other voices. I heard the voice.
Okay.
You tell her to shut up.
I'm not going to tell my best friend to shut up.
Oh, but you just said she didn't say anything.
She didn't. She's sitting right here.
Yeah, she's not telling you things to say on the phone, huh?
No, she's not.
No, not at all. So now you're lying to me.
It's my own opinion.
No, but that doesn't mean she's not reminding you of things to say when you call in.
She's not.
Okay, fine.
I think the guys, you know, they have a right to listen, and they have a right to, like, their own opinions, but you know what? You're telling them totally, like, rude, outrageous things of what they should do.
No, I'm telling them the truth.
Ordering them a salad so then the girl will have to order something more?
Right, because if you're with a girl who eats more than you do, you're with the wrong girl anyway.
Okay.
By the way, if you go on a date and she orders more than a salad, dump her.
Bye.
Yeah, I heard the other voice again. There's the other voice again, the one you were just lying about.
No, I just came home.
Oh, yeah, I know. By the way, who was driving the car? There you go.
My mom she would really love to talk to you because...
Well, tell her to buy a phone. 1-800-5800-TOM is her telephone number.
Tom. 1-800-5800-TOM.
I had a girl, I was just booty call for 2 weeks, and she calls me up and she says, I wrote my mom a letter and I told her all about you. And I told her, hey, you can write her another one and tell her you got dumped.
The Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. From Los Angeles, talking to females to find out what they've learned from listening to the Tom Leykis Show. This is Amanda.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you, Tom?
Great.
I first off want to say that I love you. I think you are very entertaining, and I think you're very good at what you do, and I think you're pretty brilliant to have thought up a way to get people to argue with you just so that you can argue back with them, just so that people will listen. I think it's really smart.
So you don't think I believe what I say?
Oh, no, I think you truly believe what you say. I just think it's really smart that you thought up. And the way that you, like, put words into people's mouths just to get them to argue back with you for a longer time. I have no qualms with it or anything. I think it's brilliant. But I do have some problems, of course, because I'm a female and you're bad-talking us, blah, blah, blah. Like with that Allie girl, the little 9-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. That broke my heart.
Why?
What are you teaching little girls?
The truth.
She's going to have, like, an eating disorder, thinking that she can't eat anything because she has to be hot so that she can marry a rich guy. What is that?
You don't have to have an eating disorder to be in good shape.
Well,
the rest of the world is not nearly as fat as we are. They're not starving to death.
But that's where girls, being a girl, I know these things. That's where girls get their distorted view. They think, okay, well, I can't eat anything. I have to. Well,
it's up to each individual to figure out how to accomplish their aim.
Yeah,
but it is true. The fat and fugly will not get successful men. They won't.
That's not true.
Yes, it is true.
I have a successful person, and I am not exactly the skinniest person ever. I'm not obese or gross or anything.
Are you fat?
No.
How much do you weigh?
I'm not going to tell you how much I weigh.
Why not?
I weigh 125.
And how tall are you?
I'm 5 foot tall.
All right, that's chunky.
Yeah, I'm chunky, but I'm not fat. I'm not fat. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, but you're only 18. You're not married or anything.
No, I am not.
You're not living with him or anything.
Yes, I actually have lived with him. Yes.
What do you mean you have lived with him? Where is he now?
He's at his house still. He's joined the Navy. So he's successful. He's got himself a life.
Wait a minute. Now, we love our men in the military, and they're good fans of ours, but as any military man will tell you, they don't get paid well.
Oh, no. He's going in to be some kind of engineer. So
well, that's after he spends, 4-6 years in the Navy.
Right.
Right now, and by the way, once he's making that money, there's no guarantee he'll hang on to you.
Oh, I don't think
Oh, really? Yeah, so you are, I'm sure, aware of all these articles that have been written recently about the high casualty rate of military relationships. Okay, so it's highly unlikely if he ever does become an engineer and make real money that he would actually hang on to you.
I don't think that's true.
Well, I know you don't, but you're young and immature, and you will learn this as time goes on.
I know that's what you think. I hear you say that all the time.
Yes.
All the time.
Yes.
But anyways, back to the Allie thing.
Yes.
I think that, you're right that it's the person's choice to decide, how, if they eat or not or whatever, to develop those kind of things. But it's a lot to do with society's view on things and what society teaches individual people.
Well, and I'm not telling anyone to be anorexic or bulimic. I'm simply telling women. Don't tell me how to do the show here, sweetheart. I've been doing the show a lot longer than you've been calling into shows.
That's the only thing that drives me.
I'll tell you what, we'll put you on hold while I finish what I was about to say. I do not tell these girls to become anorexic or bulimic. I tell them that if they're fat or fugly, they will not meet or marry successful, rich men. You are no kind of example. Men in the Navy get paid crap. Of course, they partly get paid in education, which is what's happening with I guess he's your boyfriend. But right now, he does not make a lot of money, would not qualify as that kind of successful individual. We don't even know if he will actually graduate university and become an engineer. That's his hope, that's his wish, that's his dream. But we don't know if it will actually happen. So you are not proof to the contrary that you can be chunky and still meet successful rich guys. You certainly don't prove the opposite.
No, what I'm saying, okay. For one, money really doesn't, I don't think...
Money doesn't matter to me. That's what all fat chicks say. Money doesn't matter. I don't need money. I don't need man. Dear, you're 20 pounds. You're 20 pounds overweight. Come on.
I'm not 20 pounds overweight.
At 5 feet tall, 125. Yeah, you're 20 pounds overweight.
I am not 20 pounds overweight.
Well, again, don't use the other girls in the streets of Seattle as your guideline, okay? Your guideline is Baywatch. Your guideline is Playboy.
My guideline is not Baywatch.
Your guideline is the Victoria's Secret catalog. Those are your guidelines.
I don't.
Oh yeah. Well, don't use the chicks chowing down on a scone sitting next to you at Starbucks, listening to that god-awful music they play there as an example. Do you understand?
Yes, but I really would never want to look like a Victoria's Secret model. I don't think that's a...
Oh, yeah, I know. Women would hate that, looking like a Victoria's Secret model. Women would hate that.
I want to be skinny. I think girls are more...
You don't want to be skinny. Yeah, well, again, dear, men don't feel that way.
Okay, but my man does feel that way.
Well, again, right now, he has nothing. He just went into the Navy. Well, later on, if he becomes successful, believe me, he's going to change his tune. He's going to be singing like a canary.
No, he's not.
Oh, no, he's not. Believe me. You don't know him. You don't know our love.
I've heard you
our love for each other will last the test of time. Huh?
That I've heard you say on your previous shows that the way that most men are is that they are all about the sex and they're all about... But you have said, I have heard
certainly
you say
successful that are like that. That's correct.
There are exceptions to every one of your rules.
I've said that.
And
that doesn't mean the rules don't apply.
No, I believe the rules apply, but I think that my boyfriend is definitely an exception to the rule.
How would you know? He doesn't like sex?
Huh? No, we enjoy sex very much.
So how is he an exception to the rule? He likes sex and so do the other guys.
He likes, because we talk and he likes to talk. There's times where he's like, I just want to lay here and cuddle. I just want to be with you right now. We don't have to go and have sex.
Well, the Navy will beat that out of him. The Navy will beat that out of him.
The Navy's not going to beat that. He's been,
of course it is.
He's been involved with the Navy for quite some time and hasn't
for quite some time. How old is he?
How old is he?
Yeah.
He's 25.
So how long has he been in the Navy?
For 5 years.
So how long have you been seeing him?
I'm not going to say that.
Oh.
I'm not allowed to say that.
Because you broke the law, and he violated the Code of Military Justice by having sex with a minor, is that correct?
I am not going to say that.
Now we know the truth here. So he's already violated the Code of Military Justice.
I did not lose my virginity until I was 18 years old.
Oh, yeah, but you were fooling around with a guy, and you were underage. Now the truth comes out.
What are you trying... When was that ever...
So he was with you because you were like a minor, and he was into that.
Well, he wasn't into that.
Sure he was.
It just happened.
Oh, yeah, it just happened.
I don't exactly... It's not...
Were you 15? Were you like 15?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, 14?
I don't have to tell you.
Oh, boy. Now we know why he's interested. But again, once he's an engineer and he can afford the hottest of the hot chicks, we'll see if he is going to stay there.
I've seen hot chicks. I have... He's had his opportunities, and he's turned them down.
Oh, well, he's not an engineer yet, dear. Wait till he is an engineer. Every 14-year-old in town will want it.
Tom Leykis.
1-800-5800-TOM.
Where are you based out of exactly?
I'm not giving you my address. I'm here in Southern California somewhere.
I don't want anything long-term, Tom. I'm just
really?
looking for a good time.
The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. Talking to females to find out what they've learned by tuning in. Stephanie.
Hello?
Is that a question or a statement?
That's a statement. First of all, I'd like to say that you are such an idiot.
Really?
Yes.
How so?
Because you disrespect women in such a way, like, I don't even know what to say. You were just like...
Well, if I were really an idiot, you wouldn't be listening all the time.
Oh, I don't listen all the time.
Well, then how do you know what I'm doing if you don't listen?
Because there's an idiot in my office that has the same views as you, and I chew him out all the time about it.
But you couldn't possibly know what I'm doing if you're not listening.
He has the same views as you, and he told me what you said.
Oh, how did you know I was doing this show this hour?
Because he listens to it all the time.
Ah, but so that means you're listening too.
No, because he has headphones. But
oh, then how did you know that I was doing this show this hour?
Because he told me.
He told you.
He said that I would find it amusing because I chew him out all the time about it.
But you don't even know what I believe because all you know is what he says.
Women are not sperm banks, by the way, because...
I never said women are sperm banks.
Uh-huh.
That's not what I said.
What did you say then?
I said sperm depositories or human toilets, but not sperm banks.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. I don't agree with that at all.
Really? Are you a virgin?
No.
You're not a virgin, so you've had sperm deposited.
Have you had the sperm deposited in your hand before?
Oh, yeah, as a man, of course.
Of course. So does that mean you are too?
I wouldn't find it an insult to be called a sperm depositor.
Well, it's a very big insult.
Why?
Because that's not all we are.
Dear, to the average man, that is all you are.
I don't think so.
Well, I know you don't think so. You have to believe that that's the case in order that you can get out of bed and face the world every day.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, well, trust me, dear. That's what all guys are gunning for, to make a deposit.
No, I don't think so.
I know you don't think so, dear, but you're not a man and you don't know. You'll find out the hard way through some heartbreak.
I know a lot of men now.
Yeah, oh yeah, I know. And you always know what they're thinking, too. And they're always telling you the complete truth. Yeah, sure. Our email address is my name. It's Tom@blowmeuptom.com.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.